Hey everybody, my name is David Zafra, and this is another one of my open mic vlogs. I'm going to be trying to put out one of these every Wednesday, and since the last Wednesday that I put up an open mic vlog, I had the Days of Our Lives open mic on December 15th. The last Days of Our Lives was really good, ran a little bit long, almost 3 hours, but luckily our awesome headliner Russell Hicks was able to pull everything together and get everybody's attention for the end of the show.
Man, that's great. What's that, Tiffany?
V-Town.
V-Town. You throwing up gang signs for Vista? It's just 2 V's, okay. V-Town, I guess. That sounds weird, honestly, man. Sounds like an invitation for
After the Days of Our Lives, I was able to get a very short interview with Cameron Dyson.
You guys like puns, right? My chimney expenses are through the roof. You guys were cracking up at Jimmy earlier. What about me?
Talk about a time that you ate shit super bad.
Yeah, it was. Well, I ate shit last Friday at Winstons. I just, for one thing, it was just a small crowd, pretty, mostly comedians, and then I got way too high beforehand, and just made it really awkward. I mean, people were laughing because I kind of, after all my jokes bombed, but I was able to kind of make it funny. When a joke doesn't work, you can, say something and make it funny. But it was just none of my jokes worked, and I was like, oh my god. I tried to do a little crowd work, it didn't work, and I was just like, wow, that was like one of my worst sets I've had since I've been down here in San Diego. So. But it was a good motivator. That weekend I wrote for probably like 3 hours. Because really I just get so lazy with writing, so it's good when something like that motivates you. Because after you have a good set, you're like, oh yeah, and you kind of relax a little bit. So I don't know, it's good to bomb every once in a while.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to talk too much because my memory card ran out of space. We tried to resume it at the next show. Unfortunately, it turns out that me and Jimmy Wolpert don't know how to run a camera, and so all we have left of the interview is this. Luckily, we were able to get a little conversation going with Paul Arena.
When did you start comedy?
I did a show like a year ago, and then waited like 6 more months after that because of my school schedule. So probably about 6 months.
Now, Paul, some people think you're funny.
Others are Jimmy Wolpert.
What?
He's getting way too much attention on this vlog.
What got you into comedy? Why'd you start?
I wanted to do something that was just for fun. Did a lot of work in school and internships, and I just want to keep something fun to do. Put smiles on people's faces.
Now, do you want to be a professional comedian, Paul?
I would love it, but I'm not really aiming for that. I just want to keep it fun. I've done other things that I'm good at and try to get very serious with it, and it stopped being fun.
Do you think comedy's fun?
Comedy... mean streets of OB right now.
It's OB. Do you think comedy's fun?
Comedy is 10% fun, 90% depressing because you get up on stage and like nobody laughs most of the time.
Oh,
but that 10%'s worth it.
David Zafra here. He runs a room in Vista. Do you like that show?
Love Days of Our Lives.
What's your favorite part about that show?
The fact that there's an audience that's actually like in a good mood and out to have fun.
Do you think they're a good crowd?
It's an awesome crowd.
Would you classify them as easy?
You mean sexually? I found that to be true with some of them that sit in the back. People up front, they're high class though, man. Like you gotta buy them dinner first.
Do you think that it's easy to get laughs in David Zafra's room?
I think people are a little bit more willing to laugh, but you still got to come out and tell a joke. I've seen people go up there and not do as well. But I mean, if you go up there and you tell a funny joke, people are going to laugh.
But they laugh at jokes that aren't very good also sometimes, right?
That's a supportive audience. Yeah.
It's a supportive audience, so they're easy.
Are you trying to get me to say that they're an easy audience? That's what I'm getting at.
Get that, yeah.
I almost feel like saying that's almost devaluing the audience. It's a good audience.
Jimmy is very adamant about his belief that I have an easy crowd.
I told him that on mine that it was an easy crowd, and he cut it out of my section.
If I'm going to coin a phrase from Christopher Titus, I think what you're referring to, Jimmy, is chuckle slugs.
David Zafra himself is a chuckle slug.
Oh, you motherfucker. And a short cameo by Russell Brock.
Now, I understand you just did Jeff Billito's podcast.
Yeah.
So
Big step.
That was a lot of fun. I've been waiting to do that for a long time. It's like one of my favorite podcasts.
Incidentally, Jeff Billito's headlining Days of Our Lives on January 19th.
And you should go see that because Jeff Billito is one of the funniest people in San Diego.
And he runs Winston's.
Yes.
Which is where we are right now in OB. There's Matt Blagg.
Me and you are here next week.
Yes,
as
we are here
the
next
feature
week.
comics headlined by Hugo Chu and Mike. I forget his last name.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Paul Arena, no respect.
Just saying, we're gonna be here next week. Also pretty sweet. Tell us some funny jokes.
This last week was my first time being on the actual Winston's open mic. I've only done lightning round before. I will definitely be going back. Unfortunately, the crowd was pretty small on this show, as you can see from that. Alright guys, that's all for now. I'm going to have another one next Wednesday. Look forward to the next Days of Our Lives comedy show, headlined by Christian Spicer, featuring Austin Train, musical guest Rob Dees. And look out for future shows. You can find Days of Our Lives comedy show on Facebook. Thanks a lot.